Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. I hope everyone's having a beautiful Friday, and if you're seeing this a day or two later, a gorgeous weekend. I know here in New England it's going to be a bit rainy, but it's certainly warming up, and boy, is that pollen count high. A lot of you got back to me on that. And so I am indeed having surgery next week. It's not going to affect anyone's readings, so please do not worry. And I've been battling this for 29 years, so it's not like it's going to change anything about my psychic predictions, that's for sure. And a lot of people, sent me a lot of medical advice. Once again, I've been battling this for 29 years. If drinking a cup of tea or some over-the-counter thing, and somebody even suggested some of the new surgeries. I literally have had some of the new surgeries, and I actually have nightmares from them. So, please do your research, especially if you're going to recommend that somebody does something. It's been 29 years. So I did find a doctor that can actually get in there, move the bones in my face, because I had them moved back when I was in college to try to help with this problem. And it didn't work. They actually did it wrong. And then no doctor wants to touch you. And, then it becomes, well, what doctor do you actually see? And so I am going out of country for surgery. I cannot find a doctor in this country that seems to be willing to do the full surgery that I actually do need at this point. So, and you guys all know that I've had good luck outside of the country getting health care, but for those of you that follow me, you know that I don't have good luck in this country. And so for those of you that don't know me, I am a psychic and a channeler, and I've been on YouTube now for over 3 years, but I started this journey way back before I even started going to kindergarten even. So my goal with this channel is to help you gain a new perspective with various topics. And I'm so glad that thousands of you are loving the pick-a piles. Like you're saying things like, it resonates. It feels like you're giving me a personal reading. So if you haven't checked out the pick-a piles, please do. They're nice and neat in a playlist because you guys know how organized I am. So please check that out. The tarot tutorials, those will keep on too. So even though I'm having surgery, it's not going to affect readings or pretty much anything because I'm very prepared. And for membership, please just look at the membership tab or the community tab, and you will see that I just shifted a few dates here and there. That's all. Not very much. You'll still get everything. I'm not excluding anything. You'll still get the same quality that you've always gotten for sure. So if you haven't already, please like this video, leave me a comment, especially, for those of you that like to bring out your tarot cards and do the readings with me. I do appreciate that. I like seeing what you get. And check out membership. We do amazing things with membership, and it has changed a lot of people's lives. And next week on Monday, we will be doing an Archangel Raphael channeling and healing for those in the angel level. We'll also be doing a Rahashad channeling that's live, where you can actually ask the Ra questions. We have a mediumship circle coming up. So lots and lots of great things coming up. Please check that out. And if you do want a reading from me, the only way to get it, because there's a lot of scammers out there, is through DianneAquarius.com. So let's get to it. So today we're going to check out Casey DeSantis, and I'll tell you why later. But I don't think we're paying enough attention to her. Second of all, we're going to check out the GOP Senator John Kennedy's racist remarks against Mexicans. That needs some attention, I believe. And then we'll talk about the debt ceiling. For the 3-card reading at the end, we're going to do Heal Yourself by Inna Segal. So stick around for that. This is a deck I have not used before, so I think a lot of you might need to get a message from that. So let's talk about Casey DeSantis. It's really interesting. Depending upon who you listen to, you'll get a different remark about her, a different ideology. And this is why I say, this channel is about changing your perspective, because, the tarot, is guided through spirit. And it will come up with what's, with what we need to know. How about that? So Casey DeSantis is Ron DeSantis's wife. And I do believe he is going to be the major Republican contender for the next presidential election, the 2024 election. And a lot of people say things like she's disengaged, she's stiff, she has a flat affect. And other people are saying she's sociable and charismatic where he isn't. So it's really interesting how different people have different takes on her. So I thought we would take a look because I don't think she's going anywhere. She's not going away, and I don't think he's going away. So let's just take a look at Casey. Then we'll look at John Kennedy, and then we'll look at the debt ceiling, followed by the 3-card pull. So Spirit, what do we need to know about Casey DeSantis? Oh, interesting. Okay, and I'm just going to use the Light Seers deck just to add a little bit to this. I do like this deck. I'm really actually glad that I bought this because there's so many decks that I don't like. Interesting. Interesting. So she is very conflicted about this whole thing. I don't think she wants this. So she's feeling like she has to just persevere, try to keep going. But she also comes up as the Empress. And I'm going to say in this case, especially when you combine it with the 9 of Wands, that she is someone who's just going to simply try to persevere. She's going to try to put her best foot forward, even though she may not necessarily want to. Her obstacles, she doesn't like taking risks. Okay, here's the Fool card. She doesn't like taking risks. This is a woman that wants a very predictable, easy, comfortable lifestyle. And the 9 of Pentacles also comes up as her obstacle, which means that she's a very independent woman. So she may not feel very comfortable in this relationship and with everything that's happening. She may want more independence. I'm going to say she's not embracing this so far. Let's go further. 10 of Swords. Okay. And then when I ask for the clarifier, I get the 9 of Swords. So she doesn't enjoy this at all. She's feeling like stabbed in the back and betrayed by him. And she's just feeling like stress, worry, anxiety. This is not a great time for her. She really wants to be, 10 of Cups. It's interesting how I get both 10s, 10 of Cups and 10 of Swords. She really wants to be more family oriented. She wants more time with family, friends, having good times, things like that. She, I'm going to say, does not want this life that she's been thrown into. I think she probably bit off more than what she can chew, but she's also strong and determined, and she's not going to back down or go anywhere. So my prediction is that if I am correct, and he is one of the major contenders or the major contender for the Republican Party, she's going to be there. Okay. So I do feel that. The next one. So the GOP Senator, John Kennedy, and I'm going to actually read this to you, what he said. I mean, this is awful about the comments about Mexico. He actually said, without Americans, Mexicans would be eating cat food out of a can and living in a tent behind an outback. And you know what I have to say? Words matter. That has consequences. And so let's see if that is going to affect John Kennedy in any which way or form. Of course, he's going to have some in his base that are going to be perfectly fine with all of it. But, let's face it, there's more and more people of color, of any color, in our country, people from other places. That's not changing. That's not going away. So what is this going to do to Kennedy? What is this going to do to Kennedy's spirit? It almost makes me feel sick. It's kind of like a sickening feeling. It doesn't feel good that somebody would say that kind of thing. But let's look at his future. And then I'm just going to use the Light Seers Oracle just to give us a little bit more clarity on this. Interesting how he comes up as the Queen of Swords. You know, a lot of times people call the Queen of Swords slice them and dice them, you know, because she can be so ruthless and so cold when she's at her worst. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Interesting how his obstacles have to do with stability. So I don't know if he's actually going to go anywhere, but he's going to have to deal with this fallout. There's more to come, okay? So he comes up as the Queen of Swords. You know, when she's at her best, great. But when she's not, and she's being cold and ruthless, because it is, you know, the swords, swords can be cold and ruthless, right? They can be cruel. And so I think that's where she's at. And when I asked for a clarifier, 2 of Swords, sort of like, Kennedy doesn't quite know what to do. He doesn't know which way. Okay, now I've said these things. I'm getting some backlash. Now this is an issue. Okay, this is an issue. Even though like we're not hearing it on the news, and I get that. I'm going to say behind the scenes, it is an issue. Okay, obstacles are so similar. Knight of Pentacles with the Temperance card. So things are not very well balanced and stable and reliable in his life right now. Things are happening that he can't control, that he doesn't like. And I think we're seeing him like really lash out, get really angry and upset about it. He does want to, 10 of Cups, spend time with people. But at the end of the day, the clarifier for it is King of Pentacles. So he really wants to be that king for the day. He wants more power. He wants more money. He wants more recognition. So there's a part of him that's like, oh, maybe I should just retire, be with my family. And then there's this other part that's like, no, I want more. I want more, like a power hungry type feeling. Now, when we look at the outcome and you get the Magician with the 8 of Swords. Okay, so we know that the Magician's not at his best right here. So when the Magician's not at his best, we know that that is an abuse of power. It's misusing, you know, the good things that you have, right? And 8 of Swords means it leaves him feeling stuck and trapped. So I think these words are going to come back to bite him, even though, yes, I know there's going to be a certain group that enjoys these kind of comments and support it. I don't see that being long-lived. I think he's going to have issues. He's going to be held, I think, accountable. And I would not be surprised if he does not get reelected, because he is in this all for the wrong reasons. So raising the debt ceiling, that's been such a big thing. You know, House Speaker Kevin McCarthy saying, oh, they're making no progress. You know, they want to raise the nation's 31.4, let's say, trillion dollars of borrowing limit. But here's the thing. It's in exchange for very deep cuts to the people that need it the most. So the Republicans are playing hardball. Let's hope that Biden steps up and protects the weakest among us, the people that truly need this. So let's take a look at raising the debt ceiling here. I just keep seeing the Hanged Man, like it just keeps getting stalled and stalled and stalled. Yeah, seeing if I pull out the last card, there we go. And let's just clarify it a little bit with the light seers here. I don't think we're going to totally enjoy what we see with this. I think, yes, a compromise is going to be had. I'm getting some pretty slow moving cards here. I mean, we literally start off with the Death card. So I'm just going to move this. So this really boils down to agendas and money. I just want to look a little bit more at the root of this matter. Okay, so they are eventually going to join together. Two of Cups. They are, eventually going to join together. Eight of Cups, that smug merchant, right, in the Rider-Waite. So I'm going to say the GOP is going to get a lot of the things that they want, unfortunately, out of this. We are in for some transition and some transformation and some change, but it's more geared towards the GOP than anything. Okay, that's what my cards are saying. And I know you guys don't like it when I speak the truth and I just tell you what I get, but this is what I get. I can't make it up. So the obstacle, Ace of Wands, that fertile new beginning, paired up with the Six of Wands, being able to really just break free, be successful, move forward, that sort of thing. Yeah, like I said, like I keep seeing like that hanged man mentality, like it just keeps getting hung up again and again. So when I get the Page of Cups, it's paired up with the 10 of Pentacles. So 10 of Pentacles oftentimes does represent the GOP for, I think, a lot of us readers. That's no news. So it's the relationships and the bonds and all that stuff that is within that party, within the GOP party. That's part of the outcome, is that, they're prevailing to some degree. You get the Magician paired with the Knight of Pentacles. So there is some stability. Like, not all is lost. Not all is lost. It's not all gloom and doom. It's not like everyone's going to lose everything. No, that's not going to happen. But it's not going to go the way that we were hoping. Okay? And then you get the Devil paired up with the Page of Wands. So we're not going to love the news, right? Pages deliver news. The Devil, greed, sin, that kind of thing. They're really going to hold on. I think the GOP is really going to be nasty about this one and really just hold on to things and make it difficult for, the Democrats in general to be able to move forward and, actually help the people. So let me put these away. We're going to do the 3-card pull because I always like to end on a good note, no matter what the readings are. And that's the Heal Yourself reading cards by Ina Segal. And just stick that there. So just ask Spirit, the universe, your guides, loved ones, creator, whoever it is that you talk to. Ask, what do I need to know today? Take a deep breath, center yourself. Do you feel called to go to 1, 2, or 3? And if you wish to pause the video, that is fine. Here we go. So card 1, take off your mask. So show people who you really are. Be genuine, be authentic, stand in your power. That's all throat chakra work, right? I mean, I have a lot of great videos in membership about throat chakra. And because here's the thing, if you shut it down long enough, you're going to get sick. So use your voice, speak your mind. It's not good to suppress everything all the time, okay? And it's okay to be your unique, wonderful self. Number 2, pay attention to the signs. So that means your loved ones, your guides, your angels are sending you signs. It can be angel numbers, pennies, coins, birds, butterflies, anything like that. Something that you just keep seeing repetitiously. Spirit is trying to get your attention so they can give you a message. And then number 3, help from above. We're never alone down here, even though I know we oftentimes feel like it. We are getting help from our ancestors, our guides, our angels, loved ones that have crossed over, creator, spirit animals, ascended masters. We are getting help. And so keep that in mind, that you're not alone and that you are getting help. Okay. All right, my friends, it was a pleasure making this video. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. Please remember to hit the like button, comment, subscribe, check out membership. And if you want a reading, it's dianneaquarius.com. Bye, everyone.